G'day team, Corey Hind. Hope you are having a wonderful day. I'm just going to talk you through some stuff. I wrote a blog post yesterday and it's based on people who just want to start. So if somebody's just started a business, it's Uncle Jim, it's someone down the road, they've just started their thing and they're not sure what to do because there's so much information out there. This is a list of things they could work through, and it's really the most important 7 things I think around today. Okay. Also, this video would be good for people who just want to ramp things up. You know, they're a bit stale, they want to grow, they're not sure where to start, they've been toying with all these ideas. So I'm just going to work through the list. And at the bottom, if you want to ask things, just pop in the comments, ask questions. Stick around for step 7, because a good friend of mine overseas shared this today based on number 7, this blog post, because we both believe it's such a big thing. Now, thing number 1, if you want to start your business or grow your business, you must have a website. Some people don't think that's true. I disagree. I think you must have a website. Even if your neighbor refers your business, they're still going to jump online and they're going to look at your website. They're going to figure out what you do. They're going to find out more online. So you've got to have a website. That just goes without saying these days. But people, sometimes don't think they need to because they rely on Facebook or something else, which you don't control, which is risky, or they just don't think it's important. But I disagree. So get into it. Don't overthink it. With a website, the most important thing is think about which words and phrases you're looking to win on Google. Optimize it for that, and make sure when people find your website, they know exactly what you do and exactly how to get in touch with you. Okay? If you just build that website, add some value to it, add some content that proves that you're an expert, and you make it really clear about what people can do to get in touch, then eventually you'll win. All right? Just want to highlight this this one here. Ensure people know exactly what you do. That sounds obvious, but I review websites all the time, and that's not always the case. And this one here, don't make it too hard. Pop your website, your email address on there, have a contact form, have a phone number, just all that basic stuff. Now, second of all, get a Google My Business listing. This is really, really important. The reality is, if I'm looking for a mechanic, a Sparky, whatever, I grab the phone, I look at that, and I look at the Google My Business options up the top, and I make a decision based on that. Okay, make sure it's optimized for your keyword, your key phrase, and your location. So that means use those words in your listing. Just going to highlight this step here, which seems to be these days the most important thing you can do. Once you've set up your listing, you've got the right name, it looks good, it's got some posts, get reviews. Okay, let's look at my listing, for example. Someone Googles SEO consultant Tauranga, which is where I live. They find me up the top. Okay, and there's lots of reviews. It builds trust and credibility, and that's above the organic search results. So Google My Business, especially for trades businesses and local small businesses, this is critical. Okay, for a local small business, if you just work on your website and your Google My Business listing and optimize them and continually pay attention to them and tell people about them, you will win. Okay, the third thing I would do if I was kicking off a business or Uncle Jim wanted to start a cafe or whatever, have a Facebook page. Okay, it's a great way for people to stay in touch, reach out, talk, comment. Don't sell on your Facebook page. A colleague of mine over in Hamilton, New Zealand, he said, and I like this phrase, he said it's a social platform, not a selling platform. So look, at the end of the day, Facebook owns your page, not you, but it can be a fantastic way to grow your brand, communicate with people, and all of my clients get actual business from their Facebook page. It's a critical part, probably the top 3 or 4 things you should do. Again, it's credibility. Okay, people look online. They actually use Facebook for search now to search for businesses. They ask in other groups, and people put you forward. They'll tag your page. So have a Facebook page. Get in there, engage, talk, spark conversation, and think at all times, can I get people commenting on my posts? Really important. The next thing, this is probably a 50-50 shot. For some people, you won't have the budget for this, so ignore. But if you really want to just hit the road running and start your business and you know what you're looking to win on Google, Google Ads can be a fantastic way to do that. Depends on your competition though. If you're in a very expensive niche in terms of advertising, that can be a killer. But if you're in a space, like you might be in a local town where no one else is really using Google Ads, it could be cheap for you. Okay, it does depend on what the competition's doing. Okay, so probably the last point there is make sure that you get an expert person to manage it for you. It's not one of those things that you can really do easily. It's quite complicated, but can be a huge return on investment. Step 5, directories. This is one of those things that I recommend all business owners just sit down one day and do, okay? Go to our link that we've got, goodwill.marketing/directories, work through the list, make sure you're super consistent with your name, address, and phone number. It's like breadcrumbs around the internet. It tells Google more about what you do and who you are. So we like to use directories just as a foundational SEO tool. Google likes it, we like it, and occasionally if it's a directory that's niche specific, you can get real leads out of it. Just depends on the area that you're in. Step 6, LinkedIn. Even if you are doing business to consumer selling, you should still have a LinkedIn profile that details who you are, what you do, because people will Google your name and they'll find you online. Often your LinkedIn profile is the top thing online. So, the internet's like this big lie detector test. People want to find out if you're genuine and if you have authority and you know what you're talking about. So LinkedIn can be really useful. For guys like me, who is mostly business to business selling, LinkedIn is even more important to use and engage and build. Look, just go to my blog post about it. That's really extensive. I did a lot of research when I wrote this one. So get into it and optimize that. Now, step number 7, and to me, this is really important. It is get talking, network, tell people about your business, okay? Where's the point I want to tell you? Okay, improves your pitch and ability to sell. You're at a party, you're at school, you're somewhere else, someone says, what do you do? Blah, blah, blah. Practice your pitch and get better at that pitch so people remember what you do. They might not need you, but they probably have friends who will need you. Okay, so just this week, one of my clients used an email tactic that we've got because he really needed some leads and sales. So he emailed out all of his customers from last year, or a good chunk of them anyway, and 2 jobs came out of that, friends of those people, okay? So get talking, tell people, go back to all of your previous comms that you've had. Go to your Facebook Messenger, go to your SMS on your phone, and touch base with everybody that you've done business with or that you know. Tell them about what you do, okay? The thing is, right, people do want you to win. They might not necessarily love the fact that you're on Facebook talking about your business all the time, but at least it's getting the message out there and people will know what you do. And when a friend of a friend needs that service, they'll put you forward. They'll go, hey, use this guy. Now, down the bottom here, we've got a few things you should check out: our contact page, subscribe to this channel, and we've got our free Facebook group as well. So please engage in that because it's a good place to learn about business. Okay, that's me for now. Do subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, but also if you want some advice about any of those top 7, okay, so just going to refresh the things you need in business today: a website, a Google My Business listing, you need a Facebook page, you possibly need Google Ads, directories is a must do. You should have a LinkedIn profile and you should get talking. Any help with that stuff, just comment below or track me down and I will help you. There's my commitment. All right. Cheers, guys. We'll talk later. Bye for now.